In 1999, Nintendo released a fighting game never before seen from any other publisher, Super Smash Bros. For the Nintendo 64. This platform fighter did inputs completely different from other traditional fighters, simplifying them. Gone were the quarter circle, semicircle, and multiple other inputs required for moves. With Smash, there were only two inputs: attacks and specials. For specials, you can only input 3 different variations, either up, neutral, or down. Its sequel, Super Smash Bros. Melee, would introduce side specials as well. These would be vital to some characters' recoveries, neutral, advantage states, and more. What did Yoshi get? Yeah, not that great, is it? Egg Roll didn't combo, kill, had tons of lag and tons of startup, and usually was just a misinput every time. After Melee, 2 more Smash games came out with the same exact sentiment. Egg Roll is a bad move. When Ultimate released, Egg Roll seemingly had stayed the same. No purpose for the move and was just easy misinput material to SD with. However, some rumblings began that the move can shield break. A clip here and there, but nothing really blew up. One man, however, was determined to change this. WinterShorts, ranked number 10 in Ohio at the time.
Oh, that's the tech. That's the tech we're not supposed to talk about. The forbidden tech.
This clip made Yoshi's Egg Roll shield break far more popularized. But the question is this actually viable? What is up, guys? We are back in the lab in 2024. Today, we are going to be talking about probably my most requested thing ever since this tech was discovered. And it is Egg Roll Shield Break, or ERSB for short. There we go. Yippee! Egg Roll Shield Break, right? Ever since this tech was more so popularized by WinterShorts, it has become a question on viability for the move. Now, we know Egg Roll, not a good move. It has been very common that this move has been called one of the worst moves in Smash history. But, with this discovery, maybe it does have a use. Like, if you can break shields, that's kind of an insane thing. Obviously, Game & Watch here is buffering up B, as you can tell, and full shield, nothing they could do. Its shield locks the opponent, and they're just stuck, and you get a shield break. So, let's talk about how this works. So, Egg Roll Shield Break is actually a combination of 2 techs. The first of this being Instant Egg Roll Speed, or ERS, Egg Roll Speed. So usually when you Egg Roll, Yoshi has to do a bounce before he can reach max speed. If you look here, he rises in the air a little bit, and then, he straddles a little bit, and then he gets to his max speed. Clearly, we want that max speed for this tech, correct? But to be able to get that max speed, if I do a full hop, it's going to take me a while, and this is super easy to react to. So instead, what you want to do generally is use a platform. Since Yoshi rises a little bit, his short hop is actually perfect for this. If you short hop and instantly side B, you'll get on the platform right away, essentially skipping that animation and get instant speed right away. This also works from off stage positions technically. Like so. It's just harder to time and doesn't really add anything. But for the purposes of Egg Roll Shield Break, this tech is essential. Without this, Egg Roll Shield Break is basically useless because you can react. In order to do the Egg Roll Shield Break, you have to first obviously hit this tech. You could also do it from dropping down through a platform, like so. You want to hit their shield, wait a tiny little bit, and then just start mashing. You want to mash to the direction they're going, like so. So if I'm rolling to the right, I'll mash right. And just for the sake of showing it works, if I'm going to the left, mash to the left. If you ever want to see the inputs I'm doing in real time, by the way, just always check on the left side of the screen. This tech obviously shield locks an opponent, but it can only be done if they are at a ledge like this. So if Game & Watch was even slightly off and I try to do the tech, he's able to upbeat me. A big thing is how you can mess this up. So obviously you could go like off. If you do this, that generally means that you're either not mashing or you're mashing too late. You have to remember to repeatedly mash, like so, in order to get the shield break. If you're too fast with it, because the first one is delayed. If you don't delay it, you'll just roll off. If you're late, obviously you'll either trade with whatever they do, or they could even avoid it entirely. But honestly, it's very lenient to get the shield break. It's not a really hard tech. It's just really waiting for that first delay. Like if you could tell by looking on the right, it's usually like a 5-frame delay where I'm mashing. And then after that, it's just like, usually just want to spam it. This obviously works on any stage with platforms. And it can actually work on ledge as well, which is very, very interesting. So just to show, it also works on other stages, not just PS2. Get the shield break there. But it can also work on the ledges of these stages too. Like so. The only one it doesn't work on is PS2, like we said, because those ledges are really, really wonky. This is really good when you know for a fact your opponent's gonna neutral get up. Since neutral get up shield is probably the most common option in the game, this can actually get like a matchup check or like just a knowledge check against your opponent if they're not expecting it. Because usually, you know, you do this on ledge, like the ledge of a platform. But this generally works on any ledge, so it would work here. But now the question that, you know, the title of this video is egg roll actually viable? Is this a thing you can consistently hit in matches that will actually impact how the game goes? So the answer is both yes and no. Ultimately, egg roll shield break is a gimmick. This is something that you'll probably hit at most once or twice in a set. Is it something very powerful you can hit? Yes, of course. Because, you know, getting a shield break, especially as Yoshi, can mean they die at 50. And there's nothing they can do about it. But if you try to set it up, let's say, as long as they don't shield, they're not going to get hit by the egg roll. And you'll just egg roll and then probably reset neutral from there. And if they, let's say, tech on a platform, if it's not a roll tech into a shield, you're not hitting it either. Because we can't egg roll shield break from a standing. They have to be at the ledge. Like that. So, when is it good to go for? Which I think is a very important question. Egg roll shield break is a gimmick that is a conditioning tool. When an opponent is set in a tech position on a platform, that's obviously when it's best, right? But if you're not good at your platform combos as Yoshi, if you're not able to like up air them at neutral techs, if you're not able to do tech chases or kill confirms from tech chases on platforms, then essentially you're just fishing for a very avoidable gimmick. What makes this really powerful is when you force them to start tech rolling and shielding, because you're either killing them from your up airs and your platform combos, or they're gonna die from egg roll shield break, right? That's what makes this a viable gimmick compared to like another type of gimmick that, like, you know, if you know about it, it's like not gonna work. Because if they know about egg roll shield break, right? If they don't like roll and shield, well, what does that mean? You could just react and start tech chasing them on the platform. It's really that simple. And then if they never ever do it still, you just start killing them from it and do regular Yoshi stuff. But the moment you start conditioning them to roll and shield because you're just hitting them every time from neutral tech, that's when you could get the egg roll shield break. And that's when I feel like egg roll is its most powerful. So is egg roll viable? No, but it can still be useful. I just want to take this time as well also to talk about some other stuff you could do with Yoshi's egg roll that some people kind of forget about, which obviously makes sense. This move is not the best. Which is the first tech being egg roll super jump, or ERSJ. With egg roll, you're allowed to do one jump from it. And when you do it from a higher elevation, you get a super jump, or like just a bigger jump. If you jump right before you land, you'll get that big jump. Fully enough, this is the only way you could actually combo with egg roll. If you hit an opponent with it and you do that super jump, Game Watch is buffering up B out of shield. And you'll get that super jump. And you'll do like a quick like 25%. It's not bad. Definitely like pretty good. As you can see there. So egg roll could also just be used as a movement option with this. And it can, if I'm not mistaken, ledge cancel. It's just really hard. Another really great thing is when recovering with egg roll. Egg roll is really, really good in that if you try to, let's say, live, you can use egg roll to stop your momentum. Kind of similar to like how people use their double jump to stop their momentum. It's the same principle. Where egg roll, since it cancels our momentum, we can use it to save some resources when recovering. Instead of only having to use like, you know, our double jump or one of our egg tosses, we'll just go for a egg roll instead. So boom. And now I can freely use like all my recovery tools without needing to waste one. So what are some key takeaways we can get from this, right? Well, one, egg roll is still bad. This is not a move you want to be using all the time. At best, it can do some chip damage. At worst, you get forward smashed in the face. It can be really good as a conditioning tool, though, when it comes to trying to break shields. It is our most reliable shield breaker in given situations and can lead to very clutch scenarios for you. It does have some other funny techs where you can jump really high, you can cancel momentum, and you can stall a little bit. But that's all they are. They're just funny little additions you could do. Not really something you want to be using as much or is as viable. But with that, that's all I have for today. If you want to learn more about Yoshi or just want to check more of me, make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff. If you want to learn more about Yoshi specifically, however, head on my metafy, metafy.gg/@pharaoh. I do coaching. I know a lot about this character, and all of his small intricacies. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.